I wanted to kick off this video by acknowledging the emotional roller coaster that is divorce. Now, no one goes into marriage thinking that they're going to get divorced. I mean, I had a little bit of an inkling, but I am a different story. Naturally, healing can be messy. It is a bit of a journey. It's an unpredictable path where you don't really know how to get through it or where you will end up. But I do have a tool that did help me on my journey, that gave me a little guidance, gave me a little control, and actually made my healing process a little bit quicker. And I want to share that with you today. Now, when I talk about self-care, I'm not saying bubble baths or going to get your nails done or any of that stuff. I mean, that is like little slices that make you feel good. But I'm really talking about the deeper emotional and mental wellness practices that you can do every day for yourself. So, why is self care important? Well, for one, self care is really the cornerstone of stability. When I was going through my divorce, it felt like my life was completely out of control. And I really brought in the self care routine and a routine in general just to make my life feel a little bit normal. Whether it was morning journaling, whether it was my morning workout or a walk, or just simply making time to eat and scheduling that in my day, because sometimes life gets busy, and I mean stress really like screws with your brain, and sometimes you forget to eat because all of that. So even just eating because we deserve to eat, obviously. Creating a sense of structure in your day amidst the chaos is a way to remind yourself that you are worthy of time and attention for things that you need. Self-care recharges your energy. So when you're going through divorce, it takes a lot of emotional energy, physical energy, because you have to have all of these difficult conversations. You're dealing with difficult emotions. Maybe you have kids and they're not really sure what's going on, so you have to deal with that. So there's a whole bunch of different things that are completely piling onto you during your healing process and going through divorce. So you want to be able to recharge your batteries and have a toolbox of things that you can do so that you can take that time for yourself and come back and show up with that inner strength that you've always had, but now you're able to easily access. You really want to be able to show up to the situation, show up for your family, show up for your friends, and show up for your future self. This time was a really beautiful time to rediscover myself. When I got out of my divorce, I had no idea who the hell I was and no idea what the hell joy felt like for me. And I felt like I was starting from scratch. I used this self-care time to really explore who I was, what I wanted out of life, what I enjoyed doing every day. Was it painting? Was it running? Was it working out? How can I better myself? What do I want to do with my everyday? And that's also how I came up with the Joy Tribe that you are watching today. And I got inspired to help others. So take the time to figure out what you truly enjoy, because you never know what that will come of. And maybe you will find something new that you like to do and you're super excited to incorporate in your day. Maybe that's yoga. Maybe it's baking. Not a baker, but good for you if you love it. Maybe you might start up a new business. Who knows? But the beautiful thing is that you have time to do this because you don't necessarily have to focus on this other partner of yours. Obviously, if you have kids, there's that as well. But to really be able to focus on you in this time is super important. Learn who you are without a partner. And last but not least, setting boundaries to avoid burnout. Self-care isn't just about pampering, but it's a protecting your peace. And I think that's so important going through a divorce, because there are only certain things you should be spending your time on that are important. You have to have those difficult conversations, so saving energy for that. But let's say you have that difficult conversation and you need to take the rest of the day to separate yourself from that, knowing when you need to take breaks, knowing when you need to take a step back and take a breath. hey, you have value that you need to protect. I really want to emphasize that healing from divorce is not going to be easy, but definitely taking these steps will help you quicken the healing process and allow you to have a bit of a path to walk along as you go through that journey. I will be coming out with a self-care course, like self-care challenge. So if you're interested in signing up for that, please do send me a DM. I know that self-care comes across as selfish, but it is essential for your well-being and your life, whether or not you're going through a divorce or just living life generally. There's a lot of things that can be very stressful. So having a routine, staying in control, and making your life better is really, really an important thing to do for yourself. Hopefully by the end of this journey, you might not feel like yourself again, but maybe you feel like a better version of yourself, a better version to attract that partner that you want and need, to attract that life that you so deserve to have. Please leave your comments below. I would love to hear what challenges you face with self-care. See you next time. Good luck.